Please be seated. To lay down one's life for one's friends. I can barely get those words out right now. I'm going to try it again. That might be the whole sermon. Homily, not sermon, homily. To lay down one's life for one's friends. Making the choice to sacrifice something for family, community, or a greater good has long been seen as noble and virtuous, godly. I grew up in California on a dirt road of 6 small houses facing a truck farm. And our neighbors in those 6 small houses included 2 homes inhabited by parents born in the United States. That was my household and our next door neighbors. And there was 1 set of parents from Nicaragua on the other side of our house. Next to them were 2 households whose parents were born in Japan. And at the other end of the street, at the end of the road, 1 set of parents born in Mexico. Each of these households, each of these families had a farm or a trade, and they took great pride in the long hours worked so that their children and their grandchildren would have it better than they did. They left places of great poverty and persecution and made those sacrifices. Sacrifice for family and supporting each neighbor was expected, regardless of national origin. We didn't even talk about political parties. Regardless of whether you were worshiping in the Christian Reform tradition, or Buddhist, or Russian Orthodox, or Roman Catholic. People supported one another. They literally shared the fruits and vegetables from their yards, their ability to make birthday cakes or fix cars. I'm holding this experience of my American values so close to my heart right now. And I wonder if you might have similar experiences, similar stories that lift up support and sacrifice in communities that thrive in their diversity. Today we remember 4 chaplains on a World War II ship who offered support and sacrifice in the face of peril and terror. On February 3rd, 1943, at 12:55 a.m., a German U-boat fired torpedoes that struck the boiler room of the Dorchester. Carried about 900 troops. And in the chaos, only 2 lifeboats out of 14 were deployed. And the sleeping troops were scrambling for the life-preserving equipment. And in the midst of that chaos, 4 chaplains, George Fox, a Methodist minister, Alexander D. Good, a Reform rabbi, Clark V. Poling, a minister in the Reformed Church in America, and John P. Washington, a Roman Catholic priest, these 4 chaplains, they were brand new to this work of being a chaplain in the Army. They had met together at the Army Chaplain School at Harvard University just before this, where they prepared for their various assignments in the European theater, sailing on board Dorchester to report to these new assignments. One day away from their destination in Greenland, the ship was hit. Most men aboard dove into the 19-degree water as the 4 chaplains moved among them, assisting and calming and passing out life jackets to those who would be forced to jump into the freezing ocean. Having given up their own life vests to save the lives of the soldiers around them, they remained on the aft deck. That's the back, the aft deck. Their arms linked together, praying audibly for those in the water until the ship sank, claiming their lives. 230 men were rescued from the icy waters by other ships in that convoy. Many survived only because of the support and sacrifice of those 4 chaplains. Greater love has no one than this, that he laid down his life for his friends, and also, perhaps, for strangers. In the minutes that follow, I invite us to go into our own stories, to give thanks, first of all, to God for the support and sacrifice that has nurtured our lives and come to our aid in moments of peril and terror. So let's thank God for that. And I also ask that we open our hearts to receive from God the gift of courage, to continue in our rich heritage of support and sacrifice for others.